And welcome back. It is time once again for Cinema Corner. And we have producer Charles right here because he's the one who goes to see all the movies. So it tends to work out best. Charles, what are you going to tell us about today?
We've got some good ones this week.
Get out.
We do.
Are you trying to tell me before they weren't good ones?
No, there's been good ones, but we got some more.
Again?
We've got some good ones again, yes.
Okay, all right. Shoo.
So, let's start off with an R-rated mystery horror.
All right, sounds good.
This is Weapons. When all but one child from the same class mysteriously vanishes on the same night at the exact same time, a community is left questioning who or what is behind their disappearance. Who doesn't love a good mystery, right?
Good mystery, yes.
Yes.
Those are great.
That's true. So this has a star-studded cast. We have Julia Gardner, Josh Brolin, Alden Ehrenreich, Amy Madigan, Benedict Wong, and even more people.
Okay, as soon as you threw Josh Brolin in,
right,
it's like, okay, all right, I got it.
Right. It's definitely a great cast. This is actually written and directed by Zach Krieger, who also did 2022's Barbarian, which was another highly talked about film.
Yes.
And let me tell you, Weapons is probably one of the top films of the year.
You think so?
Absolutely. It was so good. It's been talked about nonstop. And there's actually a bidding war just over the screenplay when it was released.
Seriously?
Seriously. Jordan Peele, he's a big name in horror, you know.
Yeah.
He actually parted ways with his longtime management because they failed to win the bid.
Really?
He wanted to be a part of that so bad. And I mean, understandable why he wanted his name. Warner Brothers ended up coming out on top.
Okay.
So they've had a good year. They had Sinners earlier this year, too.
Yes, they did.
I think they're the first studio to have 6 films that have topped a certain number at the box office.
Right, right.
So they're doing very good this year. And originally when this was written, in 2023, it had an entirely different cast at the beginning. There's only one person that's in the film now that was part of the original cast.
Okay.
Pedro Pascal was connected to it, Brian Tyree Henry. So it was going to be an entirely different feel to the movie, in my opinion.
Yeah, but still some big names.
Yeah.
It's not like they went from nothing to, oh, look.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Still big names. It would have even added to the summer of Pedro Pascal if it ended up being him. But due to production delays and the strikes of 2023, it kind of made some things shift around for production, and all the cast had to drop out due to scheduling conflicts.
Okay.
So Austin Abrams is the one cast that was from the OG.
All right.
So I think we got the best cast that we could have. I think that who we have in it right now is what made this film, too. I do love Pedro, but I just feel like in the role he would have been, he might not have fit as well. I mean, granted, I don't think I've seen him in a horror film, so I can't say too much on his horror genre of work.
Yeah.
But I think who we got really solidified the film,
Works
too.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like I said, it's one of the best movies of 2025, in my opinion. It's definitely more of an ensemble film rather than there being one standout star. Because all of it is broken up into almost parts, chapters, but it's from the different perspective of each character and kind of the timeline that weaves itself into one as it gets to the end.
Okay.
And reveals like the mystery of everything that's going on. So you're kind of figuring things out yourself as we go along with these characters. You do get some pieces of character perspective later on that starts to answer those puzzles as well. But I like how they broke it up based on the character rather than part 1 or chapter 1, blah, 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 you know, a little bit different.
Does one thing lead to another?
Yeah.
So that you could, in a sense, figure it out, and it's not like, well, where did that come from?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Okay.
Very much like that. This film could be an allegory for some people, they think, for a school shooting, which I could definitely see, but it's not like in your face about it either.
Okay.
So overall, it's a film on grief, though.
All right.
Krieger wrote it after the death of his close friend and collaborator, Trevor Moore. So that's kind of where the grief comes from. But some people still can see it as that allegory for a school shooting.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I highly recommend you watch it on the big screen. I mean, you can't beat a big screen on a new movie, especially one that's such a...
You can't beat a big screen on an old movie. It's just,
It's
that's
true.
what they were originally put together for.
Yeah, that is very true. I did give it another rare 5 out of 5 stars.
Oh, okay.
So
You've given a few this season.
I've given 3 this year.
Yeah.
Sinners, Superman, and now
Right.
weapons.
And so you are not overly generous with 5.
I'm not overly generous with 5.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Worldwide, though, it's made $70 million so far on a budget of $38 million. So it's already doing really good. Well.
Very successful.
Yeah. So now we'll move on from horror to something for the family. We have the Freaquel that everyone's been waiting for.
Oh, yes, I know where you're going.
Freakier Friday. So 22 years after Tess and Anna endured the identity crisis, Anna now has a daughter and a soon-to-be stepdaughter as they navigate the challenges that come when two families merge. Tess and Anna discover that lightning may strike twice. So we do have our entire original cast returning, which I did like, especially with a 22-year gap. Sometimes, people can't return. They don't want to return. You've had some passings, but we were lucky and got everybody back in this one.
Okay.
But we do have some new cast members as well. We have Julia Butters, Sophia Hammonds, Manny Jacinto. Great names already,
Well,
especially.
you're going to have to add new.
Right. I was worried on how this would be because sequels, you never know anyways, but also a 22-year gap,
See, my biggest question is, how is Lindsay Lohan?
Jamie Lee and Lindsay Lohan,
Yeah.
both on their A game. Top notch. I would say maybe even a little bit better than the original.
Well, Jamie Lee doesn't have the same kind of baggage
That is
that
true.
Lindsay Lohan.
Yes.
So I'm sure they would not have invested this kind of money to produce a feature film if she wasn't good.
It's very true. I do think that she, these last few years she started to get back into her acting chops.
Right.
So I do think this was probably a really good one for her, especially being such a very fun, comedic, lighthearted film.
Yeah.
So, and I even saw Jamie Lee say that Freaky Friday was her favorite role she's ever had. And so to return to it was just so much fun.
That's good.
And I do think it actually lives up to the original.
Okay.
Tons of laughs. I recommend to see this one in the theater as well, but with a crowd, because it's always fun to hear people laughing along with you.
It's contagious.
It is contagious.
Yeah.
So it has a nice message of strengthening and forging bonds, and also that chosen family message as well, which is a good one. Now, the one bigger con that I would say the film has, too many characters. You're bringing all your OGs actors back,
Right.
but some of them don't get much time. Mark Harmon, I love him.
Yeah.
He played Ryan in the first one, He doesn't get much screen time in this one. I mean, granted, he didn't have the most screen time in the original either.
Yeah.
But you would think, and even Ryan Mulliganey, he played the little brother in the first one. He has one scene really in this film, and I didn't even know who he was until he said, "I'm your brother."
Yeah.
To somebody,
That can happen in sequels.
Yeah.
Especially when you have a length of time, because you have to introduce new characters. What do you do with all of these people if you don't want to make a 3-hour movie?
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like it hurts it, because I mean, they're minor characters anyways. But it would be nice to see more of them a little bit too. So it's nothing groundbreaking by any means.
Yeah.
It's very similar to the original, just reshaped and reformed, and it has a lot of good laughs still to it. It holds up. It's a great family movie night though.
Okay.
If you're looking for something to take the kids to before school starts again, or on the weekends once school starts, this is a good one for you.
Good idea to watch the first one, though?
I would say watch the first one.
Okay.
I mean, you probably would be fine if you didn't, though.
Yeah.
But I would suggest watching the version just because it's also a good one, So worldwide, it's made $44.5 million so far with a budget of $42 million.
Okay.
So it's gotten over
They're in
there,
the profit
and I'm
area.
sure it'll just keep going. So
All right.
now moving
Sounds
on,
good.
we're going to talk about one that comes out this weekend. This is Americana, an R-rated crime thriller. So the lives of local outsiders and outcasts violently intertwine when a rare Lakota ghost shark falls onto the black market in a small South Dakota town. So this has a star-studded cast. Sydney Sweeney, Paul Walter Hauser, who has been in a lot this year as well.
Yeah.
Halsey, who I love, and Zan McLaren. Great cast, even more names in there that I didn't include. So, but here's where it gets a nice, fun local tie-in. This is written and directed by Tony Tost, who is actually from Ava, Missouri.
Nice.
So I actually did get to talk to him, so we'll see that interview. You can also find it on ozarksfirst.com Underscripted. It's a beautifully shot film. It uses a lot of real practical sets instead of green screens and blue screens, which I like. You can't beat a real set. It's kind of a modern Western-esque film too, which we've kind of seen a resurgence of with the American Saga, and then this year we had Eddington as well. So Westerns maybe making a slight comeback,
are.
it seems like.
They
So
are.
I will say that I think Halsey really shines out of our cast, which is great to see a singer that actually has some acting chops. Because there are some of them that are trying to make themselves into actors that don't have any acting chops.
Well, those are specialty chops. A lot of actors don't have musical chops either.
That is true. That is true.
You know, that's just the way of art sometimes.
Yeah, but I will say I do hope that Halsey starts to do more stuff. I mean, because she was, she's been in some stuff, but she's been more like a minor supporting role. She had a bigger role in this one, which I thought watching the trailer she'd have a smaller role, but she's actually got one of the bigger ones.
All right, with mentioning the Lakota ghost shirt, does this take place in the Dakotas then?
Yeah, South Dakota.
Okay.
So, and then kind of also the border of South Dakota and into Wyoming.
Okay.
So, it's a fun film though. The latter half I really enjoyed. So I won't say anything else more about that. So we have to go watch it.
Because it hasn't come out yet.
Yes, it releases this weekend. I know that Alamo Drafthouse here in town will be showing it for sure.
Okay.
So go watch it. Now also releasing this weekend, we have Nobody 2 with Bob Odenkirk.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting for that.
Yeah, I actually still need to watch the first one. I haven't watched the first one.
It's very good. Nobody.
Yeah, I've heard great things about it. And then also we have Highest to Lowest with Denzel Washington and Jeffrey Wright coming out as well. I haven't really seen anything about that one, so I'm curious to know the story on that one.
Okay.
But then moving on to streaming, this Thursday on Prime Video, we have the release of Flight Risk with Mark Wahlberg and Michelle Dockery.
Okay.
That one was a pretty good one. Michelle Dockery plays an agent that's transporting a fugitive, but Mark Wahlberg's trying to assassinate the fugitive.
Oh, okay. All right.
I did enjoy that one more than I expected. And then Friday, we have one that the kids will enjoy on HBO Max, The Legend of Ochi. The big name in this one was William Dafoe. It's a cute one. The kids will probably like it. Has a lot of real puppets in it, but it's like orangutan creatures that are called the Ochi.
Yeah.
So that's
Willem Dafoe he's good in everything he does.
He's such a actor in like all the spectrums, all the genres. It's always fun to see how he takes on a role. But that's what we have this week.
That sounds good.
A lot of good ones out there.
Anything that you're excited in the future about coming up?
The Roses with Benedict Cumberbatch, and I'm blanking on her name.
All right.
But that one's going to be a good one, I feel like. And then, I mean, Wicked Part 2 will be a good one, I'm sure.
Well, that's going to be a big one anyway.
Right. Zootopia 2, I'm excited for that one, just because everybody loves Zootopia, the first one.
Yeah.
So those are the ones that pop up off the top of my head.
Very good. All right. Lots to see, lots to be seen, and you can all hear about it here on Cinema Corner.